going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fantasy Couch Podcast. The playoffs are on us, and I just want to start this off by giving some real advice here. There's a lot of BS going on. A lot of people have been just panicking, making dumb moves, and the best advice that I'm going to give you is just to relax, be confident, don't screw up, and without naming a lot of names, um like allegedly somebody started Alexander Madison today in the Throne League. I don't know, I didn't look, so don't make dumb mistakes like that. I don't even know if it happened, so I'm not talking trash, but that's what I've heard. And I just want you guys to focus on the goal. Do everything you can to win, and don't be scared to lose. This is the best way you're going to win. Number one, know your position in your league. Is this a must-win week? Is this a week where you got a 90% chance to make playoffs, 60% chance to make playoffs, or like me in the Wigs for Kids charity league, about just over a 10% chance to make playoffs, where I need to win and I need two teams to lose, or one team to lose and one team to score, whatever. Like,
you need the help.
Yeah, I need a lot of help in that one. It's a 3-way tie for 6th place currently. So know what's going on, or you're in a better position like I am in the celebrity pace league, where I have about a 99% chance to get the number 1 seed locked, and so you're focusing strictly on week 15. So first of all, know your goal. Second, you got to keep up with all this news and don't panic, because right now human nature is going to tell you to panic right now. And what I'm saying, look, if it sounds silly, if you don't like it, that's fine. That's cool. I know what's going on right now. I'm listening to you guys. Panic is at an all-time high. People literally starting Alexander Madison today. I mean, that's, so you can't do stuff like that. Oh, God. I'm pretty sure I didn't tell you to do that. Or if I did, it was days ago when we thought Dalvin Cook was going to be out. So, yeah, I benched Madison in every league. I didn't tell anyone to start him today, I don't think. We started Dalvin Cook and Throne, so that's good. So you gotta really stay focused, stay confident, don't panic. I mean, that guy with his thing, right? I mean, that's a great example. Like, you can't start Madison today? Schefter said, I that's why I retweeted Schefter. That's why I said on today's video, I trust Schefter. He said he's gonna get the normal workload. The TV said, Dalvin was saying that you're going to have to come and take me out the game. Like, he was ready to go. He really wanted to go. And what's crazy is this guy's always banged up, shoulder injury, right? But we saw today fresh legs. Like, it really helped. 1 week really
Indeed.
helps. The shoulder was banged up, but it didn't stop his running. So hopefully that all makes sense to you guys. And I think that's going to be the best advice, even more so than telling you. Last week, what did we do? Mike was talking about Taysom Hill. Who else did you talk about, Mike? What players examples?
Ayuk.
Ayuk and Drew. What did you bring up? Sony Michel.
That was a pretty decent pick, I think. But yeah, we were talking about how he was a waiver wire ad and Henderson was possibly injured. Like you said, he was questionable.
What else? Who's the other player you brought up? Was that it?
Oh, man.
I think you brought up 2. You guys, your memory is terrible.
Devontae Smith.
You brought him up?
And that was
bad. Bring up Javonte Williams?
Bad call.
Javonte. Well, great. I mean, I'm trying to make a point here, guys. So, and I brought up the defenses. This is what's going to help you out more than, the picks and whatnot, or any segments. Like, this is, there's no BS anymore. There's no magic formula. It's done. You can't trade. You're probably not going to have any waiver ads. This is just realistic. You're just going to have to do what you can to survive. And player news, though, is very important, knowing what's up. Deebo Samuel is trending in the wrong direction. He didn't practice today, so he may have worked out on the sideline or something. He wasn't open to the portion of media, not the open portion, so he may not play. Eli Mitchell seeming like he's not going to play. He didn't practice today. Elijah Moore, the other Eli, he did not practice today. Yeah, trending downwards. Debo does have a shot, but I just think that it's so unrealistic that Debo does play. Groin injury. I don't know why they would rush him back to play. Yeah. To me,
they need him though. We all agree that they need Debo.
Well, they need him.
Is terrible without him.
But what does that do? They need him this week, or do they need him long term more? Obviously, they need him. So you got to decide. Just like Devontae Adams last year. I mean, they obviously, he's a star player, but they rest him extra week. Bengals.
Oh, Bengals. Yeah, we definitely need them to beat the Bengals.
It's a close game. Well, that's your opinion. I think it's more important to have him long term. It's Vegas has it as a close game. I think it's a really close matchup. He's a star player for sure, but I think you rest him because if he re-injures his groin, he's probably.
Oh yeah,
I mean, because
done
now
for the season possibly.
Now they're gonna be like, oh, we should have rested. Like now they're gonna be like, all right, let's be more cautious. So I think you rest them one more week, but we'll see. I'm really just guessing. I think you rest him one more week. I really think
because then they play Atlanta, and then he's gonna. I mean, that's an easy win right there. I mean, he might not even have to use him that much. Yeah, you should.
I think the Dalvin situation for some owners is obviously they were worried about him getting re-injured, like Mike in our Empire League, who asked that general question, and I just basically told him, so you gotta ride the horse that got you there.
Yeah,
especially like I started Dalvin in the one league I have him in with confidence, thinking he was definitely gonna at least get the carries.
Well, it's case by case. It's case by case. So someone on Twitter was telling me, look, if a running back's game time decision like Darrell Henderson, like always bench, like it's case by case. So today, I uploaded the video late. Today was insane, just keeping up with the news. So I just shot off that doubt. Like, I don't know if people knew all the news that I just shouted out, and I barely caught that segment on TV. I barely, I saw Adam Schefter's tweet kind of on a limb on Twitter, like. When I pieced all these together, Schefter saying normal workload, the reporter on TV saying, Dalvin saying that you're going to have to take me off the field. Like when I pieced all that together, I'm like, all right, like we're starting Dalvin, we're benching Madison. And I have Dalvin in one league, and that's the Throne League. And I have Madison in like 4 leagues. So, I mean, it's a big deal. I benched him in every league, Madison, and I started Dalvin in every league. And it's not, you can't just say one blanket statement for everybody. And so, I think Dalvin Cook was a game time decision, quote unquote, for about like 50 minutes. That changed. Like we just kept getting more and more news, people trying to find out this morning what's going on with Dalvin Cook and Madison. I think I told 1 or 2 people to bench KJ Osborne, but pretty good that I told a lot of people also to start him. So how did Claypool do? Because I know I said start Claypool over KJ Osborne.
Average.
So it wasn't that
8 catches and 93 yards.
That's pretty good. No TDs though. That's the only thing.
And then what did KJ?
He had one celebration on a late first down that he could have just handed the ball to the ref though and saved a couple extra seconds, but that was at the very end. The drive, he was celebrating his normal.
Who did better, full PPR, KJ Osborne or Claypool?
I think Osborne.
Yeah, I think so. I'll have to look it up.
I think so too, because touchdowns are key, but it's close. I think it would be close. I think Osborne as well. At least Claypool did good. He saved it towards the end of the game. He did well.
Well, I know Osborne had 17 points.
Oh yeah, Claypool had 17.5.
So yeah, it was close.
Yeah,
it was literally neck and neck because Osborne
who did
17.3
and Claypool.
Oh wow, Claypool actually did better.
Yeah,
17.5.
Wow, so
it's very close.
I got everything right. Everything.
You got your by 0.2. That's pretty good.
Should I check my Twitter for the one thing that I got wrong and people yell at me?
Yeah.
I what the so yeah, Twitter's just Twitter's been disappointing. It's like a child I've raised, and now the kid's stealing my car. It's saying "F you, mom," even though I'm daddy. You know, it's calling me mom.
20s out of your purse.
Yeah, taking 20s out of my purse, even though it's a wallet. You know, whatever. Taking 20s out of my purse, yelling at me. Kids jumping out the window, stealing my car. Like, what's going on? Like, come on, this is the family car. We're gonna need it. Like, it's been rough, but last night's live stream, I was very tired. You guys energized me. It just goes to prove that this, and I had a lot of fun on last night's live stream. Hopefully, I had lots of fun on Hack My Lineup. You know, shout out to Raul, donated $100. Shout out to everyone who just showed mass support.
Wow.
Oh, there we go. Why do I have to?
There we go.
Why do I have to?
Dax comment up there.
Why do I have to head to Twitter when
It just
right
comes,
here?
yeah, it's right here.
So just for the listeners,
sample.
Dax says Couch got everything right? Question mark. Except Saquon.
LOL.
He's got a bunch of LOLs faces.
There we go.
We're just giving you a hard time.
I got one thing wrong. There we go.
Who's benching Saquon though? Are people benching?
Well,
him?
he's talking about season long prediction.
Oh,
watch that couch.
Terrible prediction.
I don't think it'll ever be. I don't think it'll ever be really.
Was
clean.
that guy there?
I think Dak might have been there.
Yeah, I feel like.
How old is Dak?
Yeah. Was he?
He was
one of the,
What are you talking about? What are you
Sigma
guys
Chi
talking about?
Phi.
Was he serving jungle juice in the kitchen that night?
We're talking about the frat parties. He said Couch, Mike, and Drew. Sounds like a Cali frat party gone right. Wash that couch in.
How does he know? How does he know?
Brains told the story at least, I think, once.
Yeah,
or at least as much as he can
times.
say, on a
I don't know what he's talking about.
Family
no one
friendly
knows
show.
what he's talking about. No
What
one.
were we talking about? Oh, how all my predictions are perfect. Except
for Saquon.
Except Saquon.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. Air to Jordan is calling you out too. He says, "Couch that auction league though with some."
It's not calling him out. Is that calling?
I don't know. Maybe there's a story behind this.
No, I'm looking at the auction league. I mean, this is the league where this is another thing, right? Let's stop focusing on excuses and feeling sorry, because right now it's crunch time. You're gonna feel a lot better about yourself if you go all out right now. This is just something I left off on my intro. So let's not focus so much on the excuses and feeling sorry. Like, let's just go all out. Like I said, I got a 10% chance to make playoffs, or just above 10% chance to make playoffs in the Wigs for Kids charity league. And I'm going for it, man. I'm trying to give those kids some wigs. I'm trying to go for it. I'm trying to do anything I can. I won it last year, baby.
Damn, so you were handing out wigs last year?
I won it last year. Oh yeah, a lot of kids got wigs. I think I raised $400 myself.
So, you got wiggy with it?
They were calling him Brain Wiggins.
So I'm trying to win it this year.
Yeah.
So don't.
I'm kind of Andrew Wiggins over here.
The auction league. Peep this. The auction league I'm in. I have the most points for by far. It's not even close, and I'm in 6th place fighting for a playoff spot.
I hate that.
It doesn't, and I have like the best team, and Derrick Henry's hurt. Like, I gotta do what you gotta do.
Very true, Sushi. Sorry, these comments are getting lit, as the kids would say. Miguel comes back and says, "I don't know, Couch. You weren't an Eckler boy, but he's your number one running back on your latest rankings. Hoping he proves your Week 14 ranking right."
Me too.
Do you want to address that? I like Eckler this
not
week.
Really.
Why were you down on Eckler in the beginning of the year, though? Can we put this to bed?
Like, the value. He was down on
value. I explained it.
I thought he was going to get injured.
I thought he was injury. I explained it on the video. It is. I think it's old news. I mean, the video came out before the season started, and I've already said like he's a stud. Like, I've already admitted the video
in the corner.
Don't watch that. Let's not watch that one. The other stuff in the video is pretty good. I had AJ Dillon. I had Deebo Samuel, I think, is in the video. Like, it's a pretty good video. Yeah, it's just the Eckler was so bad that it may have overshadowed the
take.
whole video. Yeah, it and it had a lot of weight. But here's what I would have to say, I guess, in my defense. It's really the only thing I would have to say is it's really hard to pick a bust that's an early draft pick. Like, it's a really tough task. I mean, I could have said Nick Chubb, I could have said Jonathan Taylor. I mean, there just really wasn't that many options to choose. Well, he wasn't. I mean, he was going like
second round
3, actually, like early round 3, late second round when that video came out.
Would you say Kelsey's a bust?
No, he's number 1 tight end.
He's tight end 1, so he yeah. It's tight end is like kind of how we thought a little bit. Like, it is very wishy-washy after Kelsey. That's actually the question, is like, who's good after Kelsey is like the real question.
Although Kittle has been coming on strong.
Kittle,
I think a few weeks ago when we had our predictions about which tight ends would be best going forward the rest of the season, I said Kittle. You said Waller.
Kittle. I would go Kittle.
Yeah, Waller was he's a huge bust.
Yeah.
If Kittle's
looking
healthy,
bad in terms of
best,
my.
I think.
Well, without Debo too, he's kind of
Debo getting hurt helped you there.
Yeah,
but without Debo, he's I mean, oh boy, like, he's looking just incredible. Like, there's no stopping him without
Once
Debo.
he's loose in the open field, you can't.
You see him tippy-toeing down the sideline last week like a ballerina. Oh man, he's got some incredible yak skills.
Number 2 tight end is Mark Andrews.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's and then Hawkinson's 3, Gesicki's 4, Schultz is 5th, Kittle is
5th. Where's Pitts? Pitts smells.
Pitts is 9th. Pitts is
9th. Ugh. So such a bust. He's a bust.
And this is full season, by the way.
I got 8. Pitts and Goddard tied at 8.
Freiermuth's my boy, though. Touchdown machine. Freiermuth.
Yeah, he's great.
He should have had that last catch at the end of the game, but he choked.
Let's do the ad read and then answer your guys' questions here. So I had a last minute pick for Monkey Knife Fight. That was for this game. And,
you didn't tell me.
Yeah, I thought it'd be low scoring, but go scroll down to it really quick. So,
it's fire.
Look at this.
Wow.
Sheesh. I don't know if there was any more touchdowns after this. I really wish I picked a higher goal.
You picked all of them.
Yeah. I mean, I hit it like, I think in the
first
quarter or something. Yeah.
That easy?
Yeah, Jeff and Cook had it in the first quarter. Yeah, I think
it's that easy, huh?
Yeah, he makes it look easy. Sheesh.
Yeah, so this one came. This was it was last minute. It was my last minute pick. I looked at it. I was like,
just text me next time.
There's not going to be a lot of touchdowns, so I'll just put this as like, Thursday night pick and then regroup. Like, I thought this was like, I don't know, it wasn't that great, but ended up just crushing it. I regret putting the goal solo, but anyway, I picked the touchdown dance for Thursday night. I picked Dalvin Cook, Najee Harris, Justin Jefferson, and absolutely crushed it with 5 touchdowns. So yeah, and I'll post my picks on Twitter, guys. So make sure you're following us at Fantasy Couch. Drew's been crushing it. He's been following my picks. We got him hooked on Monkey Knife Fight. When did you start playing? Like 5 weeks ago?
3 or 4 weeks ago. It's a lot of fun too. I mean,
it's easy. It
is.
It's simple. That's what.
And you pick the games you know are going to go off. Really, I mean, you do your best in that case, but yeah, it's not that terribly hard.
Yeah, they have a bunch of different contests though. You can pick like more or less fantasy points. You can do the quarterback passing yards. We just like to stick to touchdown dance and sometimes the more or less for the passing yards. Those are our 2 go-tos, and it's been treating us quite well. So yeah, guys, if you do want to check it out, it is our sponsor. It really does help us out. Monkey Knife Fight, stupid simple to play. Everyone in Couch Fam is having fun playing it, winning. It's daily fantasy sports player props. So it's basically like, who's going to do good this week? Who's going to do bad this week? It's simple questions like that. and you don't have to play 1 week. You don't have to pick a certain game. You can do whatever. You're not going up against any sharks. You're not going up against any spreadsheets or algorithms. You just be like, hey, is Stafford going to throw more than 270 pass yards? It's like simple stuff like that. Who's going to score the most touchdowns? Just like you saw how I picked Dalvin, Najee, and Justin Jefferson to score the touchdowns. So go ahead, follow the link below in the description. Head on over to Monkey Knife Fight. Use promo code COUCH. Look, if you're a new user with that promo code, with that link, you're going to get a 100% deposit match up to $100 and a free $5 of free play. So go to Monkey Knife Fight, use promo code COUCH, and also really helps support the brand. Thank you guys so much for playing on Monkey Knife Fight. Let's see what the next. We got to see what the next pick is for this. I don't have my Monkey Knife Fight picks this week.
Did you want to address the news that just came out before we went live? Basically, we have a couple people who at the beginning commented.
Sure. Yeah.
R.I.P. Demaryius Thomas. Do you want to say anything about that, Brain, Mikey?
Yeah. So I got the tweet up there. It's right below this. So,
I'll pull it up. Sorry, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So we're still fully confirming what happened and if it's true, but it seems like multiple sources and people that knew Demaryius Thomas right now are saying that he is dead. He has passed away at the age of 33. Demaryius Thomas, remember him playing with Tebow on the Broncos, and then the magical season with Peyton Manning. He was an absolute star. He's a big part of the Couch Fam community, our fantasy football leagues. First round draft pick, just a cool, amazing career. And it's, we don't know exactly what's going on. I don't want to speculate too much, but I've heard, what's the cause and whatnot. But I'm sure by the time the audio podcast comes up, we will know what the exact cause is and have a confirmation on this.
Yeah, I just want to say rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace to a Broncos legend, Demaryius Thomas.
Excuse me. Yeah, this is just incredibly sad. I remember Sushane and I having a talk when we were chatting about Devi in college and all the different prospects. And he compared one of the wide receiver prospects that we were going over. And he said Demaryius Thomas was like one of the highest ranked or touted wide receivers out of college, out of Georgia Tech. And like Brain said, he was a first round pick. I think 22nd overall, if I'm looking at these. Yeah, 22nd overall in the 2010 draft. So yeah, guys, we were talking about a talent that was, otherworldly, really. He was getting compared to guys like Calvin Johnson out of college in terms of skill level and talent. And it's really just unfortunate. But yeah, that's all I can really add about the Demaryius Thomas. We played a lot of fantasy football over the years, and I drafted him a few times, and it's tough to see something like this.
Yeah, he was Brandon Marshall's replacement, quote unquote, and they were fighting on TV like, is this guy's going to fill some big shoes? And during his time at the Broncos, I would say pretty much did fill the shoes. Like, he was really good, especially with Peyton Manning there. They were breaking a lot of records. He was in a lot of millionaire lineups on DFS. So yeah, man, he was great. And I compared DK Metcalf actually to Demaryius Thomas. Not quite there. I don't remember exactly, but I did like half Demaryius Thomas, half someone else. And I used Demaryius Thomas stats to successfully, another thing I got right, to successfully predict DK Metcalf's rookie season.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, because I looked
really
at
cool
Demaryius Thomas stats and I was like, man, I just saw the pattern and successfully predicted those stats with the help of Demaryius. So I mean, that's really it. We don't know him or anything, but yeah, man, just a sad day.
Do you guys want to answer this question from Sushane? He said, how close was D Thomas to Hall of Fame numbers? I'll give you the numbers.
Yeah.
So over the course of a 9-year career, he had 665 receptions to go with 9,055 yards and 60 touchdowns. So we're talking 9 years, 665 catches, a little over 9,000 yards and 60 touchdowns.
Wow.
Yeah, see, Demaryius Thomas's career was just like really good for maybe like 4 to 7 years, like
You're
right
right.
around
I
there.
can tell you the
That's
numbers
yeah,
from age
that's
25 to
really
like age
why.
28. Maybe even if you say 29. So for that 4 or 5 year stretch, who's saying you're right?
Yeah, so that's what when you say Hall of Fame, that's what's going to be tough is that he didn't have a long dominant career, but for a short amount of time, for 3+ years, he was dominant. People were saying like he's the second best wide receiver, third best wide receiver. Some would say the number one best wide receiver during that time. So yeah, he dominated during that short stretch. So Hall of Fame, I don't think so. Like I don't want to just
No.
say someone's Hall of Fame just because
But how
he passed
close?
away.
The question is
Yeah,
how close do you think? I mean, is he
I
2
guess
seasons
close then.
away? Two elite seasons away?
Yeah, I would say close. I would say close, but not Hall of Fame though.
I mean, he's died at age 33, unfortunately. That's really sad. He could still be in the league technically at age 33, like other guys. I think AJ Green, for example, not saying he's putting up elite numbers, but he's still holding a roster spot. So I think if Demaryius would still be playing right now and be putting up, some decent numbers at least and holding his career, holding it out a little longer. He played 9 seasons. If he gets maybe to 13, 14 seasons, maybe, but based on, he wasn't elite necessarily for a 10-year stretch.
All
What do you
right,
think,
guys.
Mikey?
I think we should answer fantasy questions.
All righty, let's move on up. Sorry about the sad news to break in there, but let's talk some fantasy questions. I'll pull them up. All right. J7 or J Cowan, I should say, from our Discord captain's channel says Bridgewater or Manning this week.
I think he's just saying random stuff. That's not a question at all.
I was like, what? I don't know why I pulled that up.
You're basically falling for you're basically doing like when they make those prank calls.
It was one of those ones where I
Manning?
accidentally clicked on it to get out of the other one, and it had just popped up. So I was hoping it was a good one, and I was just gonna roll with it.
No,
thanks, Jay.
It was not.
Thanks, Jay. Well, it happens when you get too many comments sometimes. But here's one. So Nauman says Ertz, Ricky Scott. Oh, what's his,
RSJ is from Ricky Seals Jones.
Ricky Seals Jones. Sorry, Hooper or Foster Moreau PPR. He's got Goddard on bye. Sorry, I forgot the name there for a sec.
Oh, so this week, it's definitely Ricky Seals Jones, but you got to double check his health and everything. So I'm looking that up right now. Ricky Seals Jones.
He's questionable last I checked.
And Foster Moreau, that's another great one, but Waller's got to be out. So this is a question that like needs to be. It's all about injuries, right? So Ricky Seals Jones' hip remained limited for Thursday's practice. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Right now, Ertz is a good start, but I think Hooper has a lot of upside. So let's just say that Waller is playing and Ricky Seals Jones is like we don't know about him. I like Hooper as a risky start. I think he has more upside, lower floor. And Njoku's out. Ravens are a mess right now. I think Hooper should get a decent amount of looks. And Ertz, I think, has a higher floor. If I had to put it, he's safer. So you're just going to have to wait and see what's like. Waller is looking like about 50-50 right now. I think Waller's going to play. That's my guess.
Miguel says he might roll with Dr. Schultz over Waller this week. It's just a comment more than less, but since it was right on the thread of what you were saying.
Man, if it wasn't for the injury, I think Waller is definitely the tight end to start against the Chiefs. I don't even think it's close. But with the injury, I don't really blame you. Like there's a lot of question marks here. So this is just we have to wait and see. Let's see Friday's practice participation levels. I did want to make a quick announcement. Well, let's let the questions marinate for a second. I did want to make a quick announcement. I was gonna maybe have Sue Shane on the podcast, and then I just like, well, we don't need to. So I just want to tease this little idea that we do have. I think it's gonna be great. It's mainly for the off season. We'll probably take it on the podcast and then move it over to the regular channel, the main channel. So it's essentially Hack My Lineup. But what we wanted to do was Hack My Rebuild, purely for the Dynasty fans out there. So what we're going to do, and what's totally awesome, is going to be 100% free. The reason that I charged for Hack My Lineup was just because it blew up and there's too big of a line. And so, about 100 people want to get hacked. I obviously can't hack 100 people. So I was like, hey, you guys got to donate a significant amount. So with this, it's a new show. It's off season. So we got less viewers. So everyone who wants to get on should be able to get on. Like it's going to be 100% free. What basically going to do, we'll start off with my team. What we're basically going to do is have you guys send your Dynasty teams that need rebuilding, and then we're going to rebuild them for you from scratch. So that's
gonna be a lot of fun.
That's the show. I think is going to be really dope. So anybody could just send their lineup in, and we're going to go in detail too, just like Hack My Lineup. Like I think we should have like a kind of like a mock draft setup in a way. We don't have to do every single pick, but just be like, all right, here you can go,
here's your options.
Yeah, here's your two. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, here's your 2 or 3 options, right? You could go with Elijah Moore or Trey Sermon. Ooh.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Looking back,
hard choice. Those two were close, but like I was like, you better take Trey Sermon, the running back. I was wrong.
That was, but no, I like the idea. And actually, Hussein and I have been talking about this and how we're going to strategize in the offseason for it. So look out, guys. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we'll start off with my team because my team
it's perfect, actually.
It
has all the picks.
No one's ever seen a team like this because I see people posting and laughing at how many draft picks they have, and it's not even half as many as mine. Like I see
3
so many
first-rounders
posts
every year for the next every 3 or for the next 3 years.
I have I've fleeced so many guys for trades, and like I just been stacking draft picks. I got first round draft picks, second round draft picks, third round draft picks for all 3 years. Like I've just completely sold my team, and every deal I made, I got great picks for. One deal I made, I totally it wasn't a good trade. I traded Tua for Sam Darnold. Regretted it. It was terrible. I got a higher draft pick. I got a higher draft pick, which was not even relevant, because it's such a bad deal. But I made up for it because Gene panicked, the guy I traded with, for some, I don't know why. Don't ask me why. And he traded me a second rounder for Jacoby Brissett.
What?
So yeah. So but it just happened 2 days after that trade. So essentially, I got rid of more players, right? And I got really cool.
How did those negotiations go? Did he send you something first and you're like, no, it's going to take a second to get him? Did you just hold your ground?
This is interesting. He sent me a message. I'm very busy, dude. So everything I do is up to the last second. You guys see, even when I log into this podcast, it's the very last second when we set up everything.
Yeah, 8:44.
Up to the last second. Yeah. So I look on my phone, and he's in Germany. So I have something to do. Kickoff's gonna happen. I got a lot to do. But I see him send a message. He wants Brissett, and he has the word desperate in there. And so one of us has a trade offer. I forget, what happened. It doesn't matter to the story. So there's a trade offer, but because I saw the word desperate in there, it gets canceled. And I say, give me more. And I just let it marinate. And I'm like, gosh, I regret it. But I was like, he said the word desperate. He said, I'm desperate. Let me let this marinate.
Don't ever tell a brain you're desperate.
Yeah. So I don't know. He had some eggs. He had a kid in his hand, whatever. 40 minutes of marinating. I was like, this is probably, I was dumb. He came back. He needed this guy before kickoff or something. So he came back. Now there's 15 minutes to kick off. He's like, all right, let's get it done. And then he bumped it from a third rounder to a second round. Something happened. And I said, boom, I just traded away Jacoby Brissett, who's worthless. Freed up a roster spot. I mean, that's great. We have
it's insane.
Yeah, we have a maximum QB limit. You want roster space is very valuable. So I got rid of a player. I got rid of my max quarterback limit went down. Minshew is more valuable than Brissett.
Oh yeah, Dynasty. God, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I have Minshew. So Yeah, I got rid of Brissett. I got a second rounder, so it like eased the pain a lot for trading for Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold could still have a future. I mean, or he could just be, a complete joke. But hey, I
It's
like
hard to
that.
say. I think my best trade ever was I got Waddle and I traded Taysom Williams, Tyson Williams, and Brian Edwards. This was right when Tyson Williams looked like he had the starting job. So it ended up being a pretty good move in my case, but nothing like a second round for Jacoby. That's like getting money for chewed up gum.
This should be our next Photoshop. A beard on the top of my head.
Oh, we can do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
I just need to watch a couple more YouTube videos and I'll be good.
Here. What's Sushi say? Hack my rebuild will be so fire. Can't wait. There is no off season in Dynasty. And I think we'll start off with mine just as an example, and then do maybe maybe answer some other ones. And then for the main show, we might just do one super long live stream on the main channel, something just go in depth. This could take hours though. So
yeah, it could.
So, and I want to just get everyone's thing, and we're going to prepare for this. This will be like a big segment, and depending on how successful it is, because then more people will watch and be like, oh, I want it. Then we'll probably do a part 2. If it's like, you just never know if these things will be successful. But I mean, I know it's a dope idea. I can't wait for what you guys have to say for my rebuild. Because I'm very tunnel vision, and it's hard to think like in the future, 2024. That's very hard. So I would really like another opinion. Even if I had all the knowledge about Dynasty, I would really like you guys' opinion to see like what the big picture is. How can I fix my team? Could I be competitive in 2023? I want to know these questions. We'll find out on Hack My Rebuild. It doesn't have that same ring. We could change the name. Names fluctuating. Yeah, names not finalized, but I love the idea. I'm excited. A lot of people like it. Look at Val.
Yeah,
I can't wait for it. Jordan, I love that rebuild idea.
Dynasty's really going to take off in the next few years, guys, especially with the next couple of draft class after 2022. So 2023, 2024, looking really good. We got some John Elway prospect type quarterbacks and Arch Manning, and Quinn Ewers.
Manning, baby.
Yep.
This is going to be crazy.
Greatest Manning.
It's going to be great. And we got, maybe the Heisman Trophy winner, Bryce Young. He'll be in 2023 class, and I really like him too. So
Fishing you want to answer? Fishing says, totally hope you can do mine. We should be able to do everyone's. Like there shouldn't be any, and all for free. I truly see that. So, and if it takes off, then we'll see about part 2. But for part 1, the first times we do it, we should be able to do everyone's for free. And I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be awesome. And it's also, we're going to have other people on, like, it's not just me. So I like that as well. I can kind of chill and let these guys, tear it apart and just chime in. So I'm excited about that. All right.
So there's a couple of Taysom Hill questions. So I just want to get to these. So Jay says
it's all Taysom Hill questions.
Or Taysom Hill. We got another one that says from Miguel, can we expect a big game from Taysom with Kamara back? Mikey, you were really big on Taysom Hill last week. Do you want to address a couple of these?
Yeah, I think especially with Mark Ingram out on the list, I think that they'll ease Kamara back in. So I think red zone opportunities, Taysom Hill against the Jets, he'll have a lot of chances for around the red zone to punch it in. So I think that alone should put him in the top 10 of quarterbacks this week. The matchup, you can't get better than the Jets, So they're very susceptible against the run.
Everything.
It's gonna be Taysom. It's gonna be Taysom and Kamara basically, because Taysom can't throw. We all know that. He's gonna run the ball.
He's
Your thoughts, Brandon?
I have him ranked 11 just because of the finger right below Cam. So I mean, I'm starting Josh Allen over him. I got Josh Allen ranked number 1. And to be honest, there's not a big difference between Josh Allen and Cam Newton and Taysom Hill. With Josh Allen, we have a guy that I know has done it before. I just have more confidence in him. Taysom Hill has that injured finger. Now he's played with it fine, and he should be good. against the Jets. There's some question marks there, but I mean, yeah, he's my number 11 quarterback. I see him getting at least 50, 60 rush yards. Definitely a goal line threat.
Probably 2 touchdown passes to Kamara, a total of 3 yards in the air. And Kamara takes it 20 yards down the field with, I see that happening for sure.
He vultures Kamara a lot, but
he could, but Kamara could help extend his,
he's also throw balls to Kamara. So I mean, I like Taysom Hill. It's just depends who your other options are. So right now I have Taysom Hill ranked ahead of Burrow, ahead of Wilson. Kirk Cousins just played, ahead of Derek Carr.
Do you think he gets over under 25 points?
What is that? Bring that up. What was that? Was there a question on that?
No, I'm just asking.
Oh, 25. I think someone asked
that. Fishing said he should get between 23 and 27 points.
I would put the line at 25. Prediction is.
So yeah, that's right in the middle for his prediction. What do you say? Over or under that, Hussein?
Under. I'm having him at around 22.
I think it's literally on the spot. I think it's on the dot.
Yeah,
I think he gets 25 points. I think he gets 25. Honestly.
I'm very conservative projection guy with that when it comes to that. So yeah, he could easily have 30 for sure against the Jets. But I'm seeing 22 fantasy points,
which is solid.
Here's a question.
Great performance. Yeah.
He says, general question: what is the threshold to be considered a Konami code quarterback?
I think it's over 11,
right?
11, right? Over 11 rush yards per game. I'm not sure.
Is that what that means, though?
Okay.
Yeah,
Can that's
you
what
it a little bit more for folks who may not know?
So this is so boring this year now, but this is not because the top. Like I'm just saying, like the Konami code was like. Let me put it like this. So the actual Konami codes from NES, when up, down, left, right, A, B, select, start, whatever it is for NES for Super.
Is that
C,
what it is?
Contra,
you still remember?
Yeah, for Contra, yes, you get the you get you get extra lives or whatever. So that's the Konami code. Now it's different from Super C to the original Contra, whatever. So that's the Konami code. You get extra lives. Now, what's so cool about that original code in the 90s is that when not everyone knew about it, right? There's no internet or whatever. So why I'm saying it's boring, it's not necessarily because this topic's boring. I'm just saying now everyone knows the Konami code. Now no quarterback's getting drafted that's not mobile, right? So Phillip Rivers just retired. I mean, Big Ben was mobile somewhat, at least he extended.
Looked like he was about to retire in the first half.
But he's not really that mobile anymore. Yes, he was mobile for one play tonight. But these guys are retiring. Tom Brady's going to retire soon. So
Drew Brees,
these statues
just retired.
Yeah, Drew Brees was quick on his feet when he was younger, but he wasn't necessarily a rushing quarterback, that's for sure. So what I'm saying is all these quarterbacks do rush nowadays, and I think Kirk Cousins, he's not. Yeah, that's right. He's not mobile either. But I'm saying my point is that they're getting smaller and smaller. The statue quarterback is no longer becoming a thing. And so the Konami code is no longer that important. And this year, the Konami code was crushed, really, because Lamar Jackson, he's not up there. Josh Allen's not really rushing like he was quite. Tom Brady's like the best quarterback. Jalen Hurts definitely Konami code. Tannehill sucks, and Tannehill was like at the borderline, like he just barely made the Konami code cheat code. So what that is, the Konami code for fantasy quarterbacks is that rushing stats give you more fantasy points. So a quarterback that gets you those rushing stats is going to just be way better. And there's a lot of stats, saying the top 10 out of 11, top 11 quarterbacks had the Konami cheat code, except for Brady. And look at Brady again this year. And so it's just not that big of a deal. Like I'm never really looking at a quarterback to be like, oh my God, this guy's going to get, 7 more rush yards. Like it's just not as big of a deal. And look at, we just saw Trevor Lawrence get drafted. Trey Lance get drafted, Justin Fields get drafted. Last year, Joe Burrow got drafted, who ran a lot, not really running this year, but he's pretty athletic, dude. When he takes off, it's, it's pretty good. And just a lot of quarterbacks are doing it. So, to look at this in fantasy in terms of like, does he have the Konami code? It's like, it's just becoming less of a factor because everyone is having it. So now that everyone has the code, what's funny? So back to NES is like, now let me try to beat the game without the code, right? Tom Brady,
Right.
hence Tom Brady. That's why
That's
I
funny.
got Tom Brady in a bunch of my leagues.
That's pretty funny, actually. Good explanation, though. And, it's
A
helpful.
lot
I
of
think,
people didn't know this, apparently. So a lot of people didn't know the origination of the Konami code or what it means for
I remember
fantasy.
Contra and that term, the Konami code, but it wasn't one of my games, actually. I was more of a Nintendo skate or die kind of kid. Anyways. All right. Rick says start to full PPR, Aaron Jones, Zeke, Saquon, tough one, fellas.
All right. So, of course, you want to start Saquon Barkley,
Right underneath that, of course, Fishing says bench Saquon.
Nah.
I'm just, putting
Yeah,
it.
I hate
So he's
Look.
saying it's between Aaron Jones and Zeke now at this point for you, Brain. What do you think, Mikey?
It's definitely not. It's that you definitely want to start Saquon Barkley. This one's not even close. You have to start Saquon Barkley, in my opinion.
I'll go
And
Saquon.
I'm gonna start Aaron Jones as my number 2 guy, except if Tony Pollard is out. So
I think Tony Pollard is gonna be out though.
Yeah, this is what they're saying. So actually, that's not good. So he's expected to play. He says he's gonna play, but like I was reading this, none of this makes any sense.
Kind of like Hurts said he was gonna play and didn't play.
Yeah, it looked. My guess is Pollard has more than a 50% chance of missing this game. It's not looking great for Tony Pollard, but nonetheless, he is questionable. And not like I said, none of this makes sense. So anyway, if Pollard is out, I would start Zeke. But if Pollard is active, I would start Aaron Jones. You got to start Saquon Barkley against the Chargers. Come on, you got it.
All right, next question.
Facts.
I'm gonna let you answer that because you're more spot on. So Miguel says it's a gross question, but in a deep league, who would you flex in his full PPR league? He's got Jamison Crowder or MVS.
MVS for sure. With Cobb out potentially, the Bears have a horrible defense. Crowder, the Jets offense is terrible, and the Saints have a good defense. So I think it's obvious MVS.
I'm gonna go with Crowder because Elijah Moore is probably gonna be out. Corey Davis.
Oh, that's true.
Corey Davis already ruled out. If Elijah Moore is out, let's go with.
What if he's
Crowder.
not out though?
Then let's go with MVS.
Okay.
It's only because Elijah Moore is that only reason.
Fair.
Yeah, only
not because he's good. Not because he's good.
Fair.
Yes.
Point. So
I mean, he's okay. Yeah, he's not, technically he's not good. Yeah, he's okay.
So Cole has a general question. He says, "What do you think Jamal Williams will do?" Now is Swift still out? Is Swift hurt?
Swift is 50-50.
Okay, so there's a good update.
I made a claim and told the people to. Can you go look at my video today and read the comments to see if there's anything about Jamal Williams, Drew? I gave them a homework assignment. So look at my rankings video that I uploaded, the comments, and see if anyone commented about Jamal Williams. So this is what I said about Jamal Williams. So when I watched the game, I was just going off memory. I think Jamal Williams fumbled. And after that, he got a lot less snaps. So essentially he was in the doghouse or just wasn't really doing well. So if that's true, I think he'll get his shot this week. I think he's a decent start, not the best matchup going against the Broncos. If Swift plays though, like this is not good. This is really bad. I think Swift will be out.
Okay, so I don't see any comments about Jamal Williams yet as I'm scrolling about halfway down.
I think I'm probably right. I think he fumbled. That game because a lot of people were asking me, what's up with Jamal Williams, and just complaining about Jamal Williams. I don't think they know that he fumbled that game, and the coach did not like that. This is the game they won, right?
Yeah, the first one of the season.
Yeah. So, he essentially was sent to the doghouse. I might be mistaken on that though, but I'm pretty sure I remember seeing him fumble.
Well, we can look it up too. Hold on one second. You want to pull up another question while I do that?
Just getting confirmation about Demaryius Thomas. Unfortunately, it's been confirmed.
Yep, it does confirm he did have one fumble loss against the Minnesota Vikings in Week 13. So that is confirmed.
And how many fumbles can you look up? I think just one, but
just one. He only lost the one he had.
Yeah, so that, I mean, even if I'm wrong, that it seems like I'm right. Like it seems like that was the case. Because the other running backs got carried. So that's the case with Jamal Williams. His role should increase if Swift is out, but we'll see. Oh, Jamal Williams had like 500 carries without a fumble. I thought Dak went to sleep. What is he doing?
I just wanted to pull it up because it was
dang. I got Herbert and Swift for Diggs, Hendo, Christian Kirk. My Dynasty League did not like that. Wink, wink. Red Nacho.
I'm assuming Sushane sent him those players for Diggs, Hendo, and Christian Kirk. I'm assuming. Maybe they'll clarify in the comments.
This is a super flex. Yeah, Herbert and Swift is that's pretty disgusting to have those two.
Jordan has a question, I think. Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman, Rex Burkhead, or Jeff Wilson Jr. He's scraping the bottom of the barrel, but it's Week 14. He needs this win. What do you think?
Oh, I have a special one for this. Go add Ty Johnson, possibly. Tevin Coleman.
He's questionable.
Not practiced today. He is looking like he's not going to play. I mean, he's made out of glass, and no one's covered this news, by the way, because it's literally the third most exciting running back on the Jets. And look at this, Tevin Coleman concussion. No one's talking about this. Tevin Coleman concussion, did not practice Thursday. And doctors have told me if you don't practice Thursday with concussion protocol, huge red flag. Huge red flag. So we'll see Friday. Now, Friday is pretty much like the last day, I would assume. Right. So you got to get your practice in Friday. He did not practice on Wednesday. It is possible Coleman returns Friday and is able to get cleared in time to face the Saints, but it is looking very likely he sits out this week. Ty Johnson and Austin Walter will likely form a committee if Coleman sits. So I like this is the easy answer though. Devontae Freeman. I just wanted to make clear about this Tevin Coleman news that no one really knows about, no one's really talking about. And I get it's boring, but in Week 14, playoffs coming, fantasy football, this is huge news, right? Any advantage we can get, anything. I mean, y'all see what happened today with Alexander Madison and Dalvin Cook. I mean, that's basically people's fantasy seasons with just that one switch, just one player, right? KJ Oz. I mean, go on, just today's game. So any advantage you can get. So Ty Johnson seems like a guy that you should probably add. I think David Johnson's back. So I mean, you can probably drop Rex Burkhead.
Mike, you picked him up recently. Do you follow the David Johnson news on a daily basis?
The David Johnson beat reporter.
All right, so we'll get to another question then.
Can Mike hear us?
Oh, yeah, sorry, disconnected a little bit.
So we got Naman asking Russell Gage or Brandon Ayuk, full PPR.
I go Ayuk with Debo out.
What are you doing with your algorithms over there, Brain?
I mean, if Debo's out, this one's a lock. You have to go Ayuk. Like, there's no choice here.
Yeah.
What if Debo plays? Gage is going up against the Panthers. I don't know. I'll probably still start Ayuk.
You think? Upside. Yeah.
I'd probably still start Ayuk.
Falcons offense is poop.
You're right. Okay, sorry. I thought you were talking about who the Niners play. But yeah, Falcons offense is pretty terrible.
Or just say I'm a Gage
you
guy
can't trust
too.
him.
I'm a Gage guy. Like I started him last week. I pushed him. He was my number one wide receiver to add and start last week. Technically Van Jefferson was, because Odell had a small chance to miss. So I loved him. I pushed him, but that was against the Bucks. In this game, he's just another total, he could get you 0 points, Gage.
Yeah.
That's what really scares me. He's, probably going to get you 12. 11 points, but he can get you 0 points. You don't want that. Like, that is unacceptable in PPR leagues. Ayuk is like guaranteed to get you 9 at least. Like, that's a lock. I'm gonna take the guaranteed 9 over the guaranteed 0. That's my point. Like, 0 this week, you're gonna remember that for months.
Yeah, you're gonna throw up the 0 gauge.
Yeah,
that'd be terrible. Anyways, that was a bad joke. Let's move on to another question. It's Rather Be Fishing asking, where do you guys think Quinn Ewers goes? So now Quinn Ewers is one of the top prospects in the next quarterback class. Actually, sorry, the 2021 class. He literally decommitted from Ohio State, and he's probably going to pick between Texas and Texas A&M. He's from South Lake, Texas.
He should go to Texas A&M like Johnny Football.
Well, he's more I think he'll go actually to Texas. There's a couple high-level prospects. I can't remember off the top of my head. One that is already at Texas A&M or is going to be there next year. But this kid's going to, he'll push out any other quarterback that's been recruited or that will be recruited for him.
He
to
really
play
that
the next
good?
2 years.
First of all, we have to. Yeah, he's a quarterback.
He's super hyped, super talented. Supposedly, his composite score, Mikey, if you follow 24/7 Sports online, he has 1,000 composite score. That means he's a perfect prospect.
Who does he play like?
They actually have a comparison here to Phillip Rivers, which I don't think is necessarily completely accurate.
Not a good selling point.
But I think that based on everyone's evaluations, people know he's going to be a top 5 or a top 10 pick. Probably in 2023, I believe. But think about it, guys. He's from Texas, and they don't have any state tax. These guys can make NIL deals now and start making millions of dollars as college students and not pay any state income tax. Why would you stay in Texas?
He looks like he's related to the Tiger King.
Oh, he is probably Tiger King's
nephew.
Kid. Yeah, or something like with that mullet, right? That's a good joke. But yeah, suppose his arm talent is through the roof. He's mobile. He sees the game really well. His release quickness is good, but he's just like vertical arm strength, like just field stretching. It's ridiculous talent in that case.
They compare guys to like Phillip Rivers because they don't want to look stupid. You can't be like Peyton Manning every time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just can't do that. Now, Mac Jones was compared to Tom Brady a little bit. They were scared to do that. But other than that one, like, you don't want to always be like that. Like, oh, this guy's, like this whole. So they say Phillip Rivers to be safe, like a good quarterback. Like, I feel like there's nobody like Phillip Rivers anymore. He's a dinosaur. He's a caveman. He doesn't exist. He's a statue quarterback. They don't make them like that anymore, and that's in a bad way, not a good way. They don't make them out of cement anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't compare him to Phillip Rivers myself. I haven't honestly seen enough to put like an exact comparison on him. But if I were to give you like a person that I think he could be like, is probably Justin Herbert plus, like a better Justin Herbert.
Better than Justin Herbert? Wow, that's saying a lot.
That's what I'm saying. God, you guys are on top of the Dynasty stuff right now. So Miguel says Archie Manning is about to be the LaMelo brother out of all the Mannings. This is a good point. They're saying that Arch Manning is actually a better prospect than both.
I have a serious question for Miguel. So Miguel, you have to answer this. I'm
sure he's got a bunch of comments.
You have to answer this question. Your comment was really dope. This comment here, it's really fire. Did you plagiarize it? Don't lie to me. It's so fire. I'm suspecting you stole this from Twitter.
Well, he's gonna steal from you, Miguel. If you didn't, by the way, he'll put this.
Did Stephen A. say this?
No.
He's like, I'm just checking before I plagiarize you.
Everyone knows I only steal memes. That's it.
I would. Jay Shay say this.
If I quoted Miguel, I would definitely give him credit. But I want to know if you stole this and from.
It is fire. Who? It is fire. So guys, if you don't understand this comment, by the way, he's basically saying LaMelo is a lot better than Lonzo, and that Arch is going to be
and Jello
and Peyton. Oh gosh, is that guy even a talent? I mean, is he even?
Yeah, he is.
Mike, you know more than us, so
Yeah, well, he's on the G League affiliate of the Hornets called the Greensboro Swarm.
Wow.
Oh, so he's in the G League on
Yeah, he's in the G
LaMelo's
League on LaMelo's team.
Well, I haven't
Yeah.
seen him on Top Shot yet, so I don't really care yet.
He's not. He's a G Leaguer. That's why.
Hussein,
Yeah.
here's another question for both you guys, actually. So let's just move on. Do you guys like Hilliard? This is from Sam, by the way. Hilliard, Foreman, or McNichols more this week? So these are the Titans running backs. Who do you think is better? He's going to have to start one because Eli Mitchell's probably out.
I honestly didn't know that McNichols is back.
I think he
sucks.
is potentially back.
My answer was always Foreman though, and now it's definitely Foreman, for sure.
Because he's more the run back as opposed to
this is a game script against the Jaguars, so I think Foreman's going to get the most snaps and the most carries by far. And I definitely like Foreman. I see him more of a goal line back. Hilliard was more pass catching, big plays. So it's still close. But honestly, man, with this McNichols stuff, that throws more of a hamper on Hilliard. And so Dante Foreman's definitely my guy. I've been pushing him all week.
By the way, Miguel confirms nope. That was his comment. He said he gives you permission to quote him.
Wow. That was a great comment. I like it. That was fire comment by Miguel. What did he say? Arch Manning is going to be like the LaMelo brother?
And sorry, I cut you off there, Mike. Did you have another thing you wanted to add to the 3 running back trio out of Tennessee?
No, I agree with Hussein.
I'm trying to pull Miguel's fire comment here, just so we can end this. Archie is about to be the LaMelo brother out of all the Mannings.
His name's Arch, for the record, though.
Make sure you put that on Twitter as Arch. Okay.
I'll correct it and I'll correct it myself.
Oh, no, we answered this one. We answered this one. Oh, they are telling you guys about Contra in here. You get 99 lives for Contra. Okay. Here's a Dynasty question from Sushane. Are you more inclined to buy CMC or sell? I know the answer is it depends, but would love some insight.
That's a tough one. I'm like so over CMC, but then you got to think, what's the other side, right? Could the price be super cheap? Because I think everyone has that sentiment. And so when you invest, whether it's the stocks, crypto, or anything, you want to zig when they zag. So when everyone's depressed, that's when you got to be the most happy. When everyone's the most happy, that's when you got to sell. You know what I mean? So it's you got to go against the grain. So if this is an opportunity where you can get them super cheap, I would consider it. Just me personally, I don't want him. I don't think you need him to win. And so why would I trade for him? And he has a big name. So yeah, I might be able to get him for a discount, but for a guy that's just not required for me. And it's, I feel like it's more headaches than W's. So if I had to answer, I would say I'll pass on CMC. I'd sell.
Mikey, this is a good question for you. You technically did sell CMC a couple weeks ago in Empire League.
You traded him away? Wow.
I did. So do you want to pull up the trade brain? It's
no, thank you. I sold and
is it that bad, Mike?
No, I can remember almost the top of my head.
No.
It was CMC.
No, we have to bring it up now. It's for the viewers. It's for the viewers.
No.
And listeners.
Okay.
I sold. That's all you need to know.
I wasn't interested until you said don't bring it up. Now I think we have to go see it.
Okay, now you're putting it to work. Yeah. So, do you want to talk about why you sold before
I sold? Okay, this is why I sold, because I panicked, because if I didn't sell him, I wouldn't have him for the playoffs, right? So I'm 9-4. I was 8-3.
Yeah,
at the
explain
time.
That part. Yeah, that's a good point.
So I just went on an 8-game win streak, and then I lost to you, I think, Drew, the week before.
By 2 points.
So I had to. So I knew that like I needed to replace that points. Like I can't just go into the playoff run without like a top tier running back, right? So I was panicking, and then I saw that Gene said, "Hey, I got Kamara for sale." Like he has a soft schedule, end of year schedule. So I was like, let's look at this. So I looked at it and I was like, yeah, why don't we just trade him straight up? And he's like, no, like C-Mac's hurt. Like, I can't do that. I'm like, all right. And I was panicking. And I kind of hate Deshaun Watson because of the whole, what's going on. So it's like, all right, if I throw in Deshaun, like, will you take the trade? And he's like, all right. And then we threw a couple picks. But basically, and I threw in Chuba. So just so he'd take the deal, basically. I was just trying to get him to take the deal because I was desperate. But looking back, horrible. I got horrible value for this. But
I did it before I could get there. Jesus.
I got horrible value. Yeah.
I tried to do the thumb. So this is the trade here. Mike,
it's a horrible trade.
Mike, you received Kamara.
Yeah,
Tony
I just did it because I
Jones.
panicked. It's a bad trade. That's why I didn't want to look at this.
A fourth and a
That's why I didn't want to look at this. That's why
Where's
I didn't want
Amar
to look
at?
at this.
Where's Amar right now?
Wait,
He could
no,
be
I know.
clowning
Wait,
you.
It's
why
a
is this a
bad
bad?
trade.
Why is this a bad trade?
Because
Where's
I could have had.
Amar?
Okay, this is a bad trade.
Not a bad trade.
No. It's only a bad trade because previously, Amar sent me Mixon, Pirine.
Oh God.
Yeah. Mixon, Pirine, Stafford for Watson, and like a 2023 first, like something crazy like that, and I declined that for this
Well, a
trade.
2023 first is pretty valuable.
That's what I'm saying, but whatever.
Not
So you
that
don't
much.
think this is bad? I thought this was
No.
terrible.
It's not. I mean,
Tell me. Yes, tell me then. Tell me why.
well, this is Deshaun Watson might not play a snap.
That's what I'm saying. That's
so
what I was
that's the
thinking,
thing.
honestly.
Oh, this is still in the same.
What's let's just focus on just next year. What's going to happen to Deshaun Watson next year?
Right, correct.
Probably going to miss some. Like he's probably going to go through a lot.
That's what I was thinking.
So,
that's why I did it.
Yeah, there's a good shot. His name is cleared, and I mean, I think he's always going to be. People are going to always say stuff about him, but whatever, his name is cleared and he's playing. That's a chance. Also, there's a chance that he doesn't play a whole year. There's a chance he doesn't play one more down ever in his career. That's just that's a lot of roster space.
Made
Max,
me feel better. Thank you.
With the max quarterbacks, and then it really depends how you feel about C-Mac. Because I mean, Tony Jones.
I don't like the 2 injuries. That's why I was like, you know what? He's right. I don't want 2 injuries C-Mac. Like I got to get off the 2 injury C-Mac career trajectory. So I was like, I have to eject, and I had to sweeten the deal. So I threw in Deshaun. But what do we think about the 2 picks I got in return? Obviously, it was like throw in just filler, right?
Second and a fourth. I mean, what you should do is maybe put those combine those and then put that in a trade and move up in the
draft. That's what I was thinking. I mean, but it's just good to get something back.
It's not a bad. I mean, like I'm trying to think which side would I want. I see that's the thing. I don't want Watson.
Thank you.
And I don't want C-Mac on my
I didn't
team.
want them either. I was like, I don't want. They feel like dead weight to me.
Think you
I was
might have been able to get a little more.
No, I could have got more. That's the issue. I could have got.
This
more.
is from the guy I traded Jacoby Brissett for a second. This is the same human we're talking about.
He didn't have a lot of picks though. That's the
no,
thing.
he does not. Yeah,
so I had to.
They're all in his Saints bucket.
Yeah,
this was what I could get. Like this 2022 second was like the best I could get.
Yeah,
and the fourth. So I was like, whatever.
Yeah,
I was just
should ask for another player or something. Another young guy. I think.
But I didn't want to I just wanted to get off the C-Mac train and get the Kamara train because I did know he was coming back. Like I wanted him for the Jets. You know what I mean?
What do you guys think in the comments? Let's get some.
Let's get some comments.
Yeah,
that's why I traded two. I didn't want him, so I traded him.
It's not that crazy though.
It's not. I know. I'm looking at it.
Crazy bad trade. I just think you could have got more.
I could have got more for sure, 100%.
It just depends on how you view Watson, really. I mean,
I'm looking at
injury prone.
I'm looking at 3 headaches that might trade it away. Chuba.
Wait, how is Chuba a headache though? You don't like Chuba?
Chuba is the only good piece right now.
Chuba's the only playable piece.
He's playing.
What's going on right now is a lot of people are picking up. There's a question right now: Amir Abdullah versus Chuba Hubbard. I'm with Chuba Hubbard, but I'm saying like that is a headache though. That is like the definition of a fantasy headache.
Okay.
When I get 8 questions, Amir Abdullah versus Chuba, or when some people's waiver rankings have Abdullah ahead of like
But
everyone
we'll
else.
know once they play. Like we'll figure it out. But that's
All
the
right,
thing,
but
no
I
one
mean,
knows for sure.
we don't got time to figure it out. It's week 4. Like, there's no time. This like, where does this figure it? Like, this isn't July, so it's
No, I'm
like,
just saying one game we'll know where they stand after this.
or
one
you could
game.
just start
what
Alvin
I think.
Kamara is my thing. Like,
That's
we know,
okay. Yeah,
Great
that's what I was
question.
thinking.
we know where Alvin Kamara stands.
Yes,
C-Mac
thank you.
can't
Thank
stand
you.
because he's injured at all.
Right.
So,
Correct.
Deshaun Watson, I mean, I don't know what he's
Okay,
doing.
so Shane asked the question, so let's give him a chance to make the evaluation on the trade, right? He says this trade solely depends on Deshaun for him.
I
If he
agree.
plays,
Yeah, I agree
Mike
too.
takes
He's
an
the
L.
We all
If
agree.
not, I still don't like the picks, but Mike can move them for value.
Thank
Would
you.
be closer to even. So
No,
I think that's the point.
no. If Deshaun Watson doesn't play a snap, Mike won.
I win. I won. Yeah, there's no way.
What do you guys want to own
Here's
the
a question.
Carolina Panthers? Like, what do you guys want? It's C-Mac and look, Alvin Kamara's always a baller. Like, there's no question about it.
Thank you.
Like, Mark
You needed
Ingram
him for this season,
Yeah.
so.
And I needed him for this and next season. Like that's
kind of
what
like
the whole
kind of like
thing
G
was.
needed Jacoby Brissett for this game.
Yeah.
Second
but
round
that one
pick.
week-
Honestly, I
I
didn't
need
know.
him now.
I didn't know why he needed him. Like I said, like I was taking a dump. I was doing work. Like I didn't know. I saw the word desperate. I saw Jacoby Brissett. I'm going in for the kill. And if he doesn't take it, I'm gonna let this marinate. And I killed him. I killed him on the
All right,
trade.
moving on. Let's take
Okay.
this slide off. I don't like this.
Scroll down.
I don't like the
scroll down.
scrutiny.
Yeah, it's too big. It's there we go.
Oh my god. Let me delete some
Next
stuff.
slide,
real quick. Hold on.
please.
Next
All right,
slide. Next
What's
slide.
the next?
I was
what's the-
hoping
Okay,
we would
hold on.
never
There
understand.
was another good question that kind of fell into that. So who do y'all think will be the Broncos' next quarterback? Since they signed all
That's
their
the
wide
$1 million
receivers this year?
question.
This is Deshaun Watson, guys.
No, I don't know.
God.
I'm gonna stop guessing this. This is annoying to me.
You think Jimmy G is
Yeah.
gonna be?
I mean,
Ooh,
how many
Jimmy
times
G. Ooh.
we have Aaron Rodgers,
Jameis
Russell Wilson?
Jameis
Maybe.
Winston.
I mean, just so like, who knows? John L. I even had a photo. I photoshopped John last year when the COVID list hit and Kendall Hinton was starting. That was one of my best
That was
posts.
the worst start ever.
John.
of all
I was
time.
like, I just added John Elway. Not that many people fell for that one though. Only 2 people fell for that one. They're like, wait, where is he? I don't see it. 2 people fell for that. I got people really bad when I posted Smitty's lineup and it was Taysom Hill starting in every position. I cloned Taysom Hill 11 times.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Over 50%, like around 40 to 55% of people fell for that. They caught me. I didn't even think it would. They caught me because the points didn't add up. And I was like, what do you like?
Dang, they're on top of it.
But not really. Like
I know, but it's
they
like
add
they're
up
really paying
the
attention.
they add up the projected points, but they don't add up that there's 11 Taysom Hill starting. Like this is a rap music video.
It was funny already.
Taysom Hill's like, hike, throws it to Taysom Hill. He laterals it to Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill comes and blocks for him. Like, what is this?
Pitches it back.
Yeah, pitches it back. Yeah, it's all Taysom. The coach is Taysom Hill. Like everyone's Taysom Hill. Like, what is it? They fell for. They didn't. Not too. Some people did fall for me. Actually, adding John Elway, on the sleeper app. That was funny. That was a crazy. Oh yeah. So back to the question. I don't know. I think we listed everyone, right? That's possible. Or they draft
Or a rookie, but they have too many veteran wide receivers. Well, not veteran, but I think they're more in a timeline of they want to win sooner than later. So drafting a rookie quarterback, unless he's going to really just shine in that first season, you're probably going to just sign a veteran and maybe draft a rookie quarterback later next year in 2023. You're right. Yeah.
I mean, that could be. Well, I don't think they're really win now nor I mean, they did trade away Von Miller.
I just mean they have like pieces, Javonte Williams, Jerry Judy, they have Sutton, they have Patrick is a decent number 3.
Noah Fant, Albert O.
Their defense is on the rise. They're a young defense and they're playing pretty decent without Von Miller. So I think they have a good situation for a quarterback, like a decent veteran to come in and play the next season or 2.
Rodgers would be great there. We'll see.
Oh, that'd be the perfect fit.
Maybe he stays in Green Bay.
Here's back-to-back questions from Miguel. How's that fantasy basketball league going, Brain? This is my first year, and I'm not a fan of the daily lineup setting.
So I have the perfect answer for you. So right now I'm checking. So I'm currently in third place. So what I did was this is what you should do. Fantasy basketball sucks.
Where am I at? It does.
Fantasy basketball sucks. Don't even play it. What you should do is play best ball. So I entered the drafters contest. Draft is a great place to play it. One reason it's not super popular. So because of that, we were able to get overlay, which means it didn't come close to filling up. So we have a statistical advantage, which is very significant to winning. And so I've been in first place like all along, and I guess I just dipped back down to third place today. I think it'll go back up. I see a lot of zeros here. So once my players start playing, it should go back up. But yeah, I'm in third place. I play best ball. It's the best because all you do is draft and you don't got to worry about nothing. The other ones is so annoying. I played regular fantasy basketball for 5 years. Okay. And let me tell you, like some years I was really into it. Every year, at least once or twice. I would say at least twice. At minimum, I screwed up and didn't start my lineup. Like it's so annoying that you have to go through literally every day. And what people rebuttal, you can set it up for the week. Okay, but does Monday's news always apply to Saturday? No, like almost never. Like you have to see if Anthony Davis is playing. You have to see if LeBron James is playing. Like
especially during COVID.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then when you throw that, I stopped playing long before the pandemic.
No, yeah, but I mean, for now.
Yeah, now it's even crazier. Like. Of course, now you have a bunch of stuff going on, so now it's even crazy. So I hate it. I would never do that. Like I feel like it's it's just not worth it. Like what? I don't know. I don't get it, and that's why it's literally the least played one. Fantasy baseball is a lot more popular. It's just people just don't play fantasy basketball. That's why people play fantasy football because it's pretty much once a week. It's awesome. It's the perfect formula. But anyway, yeah, if you play fantasy basketball, I recommend best ball. I'm currently in third place. Hope to get back in first place and win the $2,000 plus a Top Shot NFT bonus prize if you win first place. Yeah, that'd be so sick. I really want to win first place. What was it? I can't. $7.75 entry, and first place wins $2,000 plus the Top Shot NFT, which I don't know, probably now is worth like $400 today. That's great. It's $2,500 dang near.
I like it. No, I'm actually 70th in one. I have 3 entries. 2 of them are doing bad, so my highest one is 70th. So I'm kind of falling off. For a while there, you and I were both like top 5.
Hey, you don't, dude. As long as you finish in the green, trust me, it's good. I got 20 of those lineups.
Okay, here's a question. This is a personal question. When are we going to get Mike versus Couch 40-yard dash race?
Never. It's a technical answer.
And then so Shane was trying to help me out earlier. Xavier Worthy, he's a top-ranked wide receiver going to Texas. So that's one of the pieces that could lure Ewers to UT. So he could be a Longhorn before we know it. But I think there's going to be one season of overlap with Bijan. So that's pretty exciting too if he does choose Texas. Texas A&M, though, is really a stud-filled roster as well. So LJ Johnson, Demon Demas, those are 2 guys that are going to be on that offense. Anyways, let's move on. Let's talk about this. I know we weren't going to bring it up on this episode like as a segment, but Miguel's asking, what do you guys think? Super Bowl predictions for you guys?
Yeah, Bucks and then Bills. That's my prediction.
Man, that's crazy. The Bucks and Chiefs are, I think, atop of Vegas right now for the odds, and then comes the Bills. That's crazy.
Chiefs look terrible.
They can still make it though.
But something's wrong with them. I've seen them play this year, and something's definitely wrong with them. Their defense playing better though. I will say that.
It's true, but I think it's really close between a lot of NFL teams. I mean, you could say that something's wrong with the Bills as well. They did,
but not like the Chiefs. The Chiefs are just.
Didn't the Bills lose to like the Jets or something?
No, they lost to the Patriots because they
No. I'm talking about they lost to the Patriots who threw the ball 3 times. No, they lost. They had a huge upset.
Jacksonville. They lost 9-6.
That was a fluke game, though.
I know, but the Bills last year wouldn't have never done that.
Have you seen the Chiefs though play?
I know something's wrong for sure, but
they're
I'm saying
terrible.
What about Chargers? Rick says Bucks Chargers, fellas.
Chargers are.
What do we think about the Chargers?
They're too volatile.
Chargers,
love that.
It'd be a home game
and
for the Chargers.
Their run defense is non-existent.
Their defense is. I think their defense is the suspicious, but that's the part that kills them. And then they're run deep, but then they can try to stop the run, and now you're gonna leave people.
Sometimes Herbert looks terrible though. Sometimes he can be very up and down. And this is coming from a Herbert dynasty.
Yeah,
owner.
I think every quarterback's looked like that this year except Brady.
True.
Josh Allen has had a lot of up and down games. He's been much less consistent.
Stafford's been pretty good this year, surprisingly.
Stafford's been great. Stafford's been great. They did have some, a lot of memes. They were on a
what
really
about Rams
Chargers?
Bad roll. Both LA teams. Home game.
I don't see the Rams getting there. I don't see it.
Wouldn't that be crazy though? That would be nuts.
It would, but it's not happening. There's no way.
It would. It's very unlikely.
There's no way that
the Titans are even on this list. The Bucks.
Ew, that's not.
So we got number 1 Bucks, number 2
Miguel throws out
Patriots. I could see Patriots. I could see.
I don't think.
Let me read off this list.
I think he is ready. He
can. They only let him throw it 3 times last game.
Yeah, but that just proved he didn't have to throw it.
He's still good.
But in the playoffs, I think when you need points right away, you need chunky yardage.
Well, he's definitely better than a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL.
I like Mac. Don't get me wrong, but if Bill doesn't trust him to throw the ball more than 3 times to get chunk yardage, and
I think he was trying to prove a point that they were tougher.
I saw the meme. Did you see that?
Run it down the throat.
When your team gets beat so bad or so many times by the other team, you just name him the Bills because he's Bill Belichick and he owns the Bills. I read that really wrong, but you kind of get the idea.
Let me read off the top 10 list from. I can probably put it up on here. This is from November 24th, so not too long ago. Let me see if this will. Let me put it down here to test it. Let me see how it'll look. It looks pretty bad. There we go. That's not that bad. So you can scroll down. Yeah. That looks fine. You can scroll down. So this is from November 24th. Number 1, we have the Bucks. Number 2, Chiefs. Number 3, Bills. Number 4, Rams. 5, Cardinals. 6, Packers. 7, Cowboys. 8, Ravens. 9, Patriots. And 10, Titans. I think let's knock off the Ravens. They're too banged up. They don't have it. Let's knock off the Titans possibly, unless they get Derrick Henry back. I mean,
I would knock off the Titans.
Derrick Henry back.
Can't really knock them off.
Week 17 or 18.
They've been winning games without a wide receiver. They've been winning games without Derrick Henry. I don't think
Derrick Henry could come back in a couple weeks. Mean. So that's pretty. If they make playoffs and Henry's fully healthy,
and so is AJ Brown, and so is Julio Jones. Those are good.
So the only team let's replace the Ravens with the Chargers maybe here.
There you go. I like that.
And then this would be our 10. I think all these teams are fairly good.
You want me to zoom out?
No.
Or does
no, just keep scrolling. No, don't zoom out so people can read it. Yeah, we want people to see. That's our Super Bowl predictions. All right, let's answer some more questions before we.
Here, I wanted to show this meme real quick.
No.
Just since I referenced it. So beat him so many times, they named the team after him.
God, Drew, this is such an old one. This is cringe. You can't post a meme that's like 4 days old, dog. Grandpa Debbie Drew, Grandpa Drew.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah, boomer.
Oh man,
that meme was hilarious 2.5 days ago. I'm not gonna lie. Now it was
a B plus 2.5 days.
It was great. Now I'm not gonna lie. Now it's expired, dog. Sorry.
Okay, so Tyler, this is a new commenter, so I had to pull it up. What do you guys think Hunter Renfro's dynasty value is?
This guy's absolute fire. I mean, in PPR leagues. How old is
what do we want to value? Like, do we want to value with picks, or do we want to say like
a scale of 1 through 10? 10 through 10. 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 10 I'm gonna say over a 7. Let's give him a 7.15 out of 10.
Wow. So you're thinking he's almost like in my estimation, like an early second round, maybe a late first round pick based on
Who would you rather have, him or
Yeah.
Elijah Moore?
Elijah Moore, more upside,
Okay.
more unknown.
That's what
I
I
like to
thought.
take a risk.
Okay.
And
I was
more
seeing where we're at.
upside is a great way to describe
Okay, how about
Elijah
this?
Moore.
Him or Kadarius Toney?
Renfro.
Okay, he even
Okay,
added this. So
there we
Tyler
go.
adds, I ask because I traded a late 2022 second for him.
You
So
won.
yeah, he
You
is
won.
I
asking.
think that's good. Yeah.
You won. No, huge
You
win.
won. Yeah.
It's
it's a win.
2022. Like you're gonna be
Yeah.
lucky to find a player that you're gonna
yeah.
keep that late.
Right.
Late 2022 second. You got about a 30% chance at most that player is gonna pan out. You might as well get Renfro to pay. All right, there. Look at Sushane. Bring that up. There we go.
Oh, sorry, I was gonna go to Miguel's question about
Sushane.
Lance.
This is Sushane's take on that. He's saying it's the last comment, dude. There we go. He's saying Renfro was way better than a late second for 2022. It's not even
And
close.
then, yeah, you got to agree.
Trade
especially
robbery, yeah, for sure.
with the points you made. So Miguel says, do you think Trey Area Lance will take over the reins next season if the Niners don't make the playoffs or Jimmy G has an early wild card exit? I think it's inevitable either way. Trey Lance is going to be starting next year for the 49ers just based on the fact that he'll be ready. And they were talking about, or Kyle was talking about, once he looks good and ready in practice, I think he's going to be ready to go.
Yeah, Jimmy G really solidified. It's not like my mind changed for Jimmy G, but he really solidified what all of us thought. I think I speak for everyone with that last game. It was so disgusting. Kyle Shanahan drew up some genius plays. He's getting a lot of flack, and that's what happens when you lose. And Kyle Shanahan's not been perfect this year, but I'm talking about specifically the offensive plays. When he designs these genius plays, when he has Kittle running loose, I mean, anybody can hit those plays. And then the handful of plays, 3 or 4 plays that Jimmy G had to, use his brain and arm and make. I mean, he just looked horrible. And I hate Jimmy G. I think he sucks. And this is, like Drew said, inevitable that Trey Lance is going to be the starter next year. It's going at a downward trajectory. And I mean, everyone's super frustrated. That's, one of the reasons they did draft Trey Lance. It's not just because Jimmy G couldn't stay healthy, like they said. I mean, what's Kyle going to do? Get up on there and say, like, we hate Jimmy G? He's going to say it's purely from the injuries. It's not purely the injuries. The injuries were just one factor.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jimmy G at this point is just playing for where he might play next season, proving to other teams that he's worth a draft pick and a trade with the Niners.
Pretty much.
Niners are hoping, the Niners are hoping he just builds his value for their own sake so they can get a second round pick during the draft or before.
Good luck with that.
I'm just saying they're hoping.
Should have sold the stock. Should have sold the stock at the highest. Should have sold at the peak. Rick says Jimmy G is not the answer. What's the opposite of the answer? Is the problem. That's what Jimmy G is. He's the opposite of the answer. He's the problem.
Okay, here's another good question from Cole. Would you keep Waddle in the 16th or Debo in the 8th in a 10-man, 16 players? So this is going to be a keeper league, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
He's asking about Waddle in the 16th or Debo in the 8th. 10-man league. He has a 16-player roster, it sounds like.
This is a very tough decision, and it's only because of Debo's injuries.
Non-PPR. This is a good point because Waddle catches a lot of passes for 3, 5, 7 yards.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mikey? You want to keeper league?
I would do Waddle in the 16th.
Mike's going for the value.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good point. I mean, he does project to be the number 1 wide receiver on a decent Dolphins team for the next 6-7 years. You can still keep him every single season. Debo obviously is having a great season this season, but can he continue? It's hard to say. I mean, they may make him into more of a hybrid running back / wide receiver in the future
which is
too.
great.
So,
Which is
great. I'm just giving you
great.
all the different points here.
So he's like a better
hard to
Cordell
pick.
Patterson.
It's exactly what it's non PPR, so it really doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
So it's a tough decision.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I'm very torn because Debo in the 8th is a no brainer, but then you're giving up absolutely nothing. It's literally the last round of your draft, so that it is technically giving up nothing.
Yeah,
For
I would
Waddle,
rather do that.
it's it's not exaggerating by the slightest. It's technically giving up nothing for Waddle for free.
That's way better.
Or Debo at like a 99% discount. It's so hard. Yeah, I'm torn. I think there's no wrong answer. I'm gonna probably go with Debo, I guess. Oh man, that's a hard one. You can't really go wrong either way.
Sushane says,
Maybe you go Waddle.
Wouldn't Waddle be better because these guys you can get in round 8 while no one is in round 16? Kind of the point you're making, though.
Yeah,
but still.
no, I got Debo in round 9. So,
here's another point,
that's
too.
a great point.
Keep him
yeah.
Cole points out he can only keep this guy for 1 year. It counters what I was saying earlier about maybe keeping Waddle for 5 straight years.
Yeah, so I pretty much, I thought it was a guarantee you can keep these guys longer. So my answer is going to be Debo. Final answer, I'm going for the gusto. I know Debo's going to be great. I'm going all in, trying to win. It's a no-brainer for me. I'm just going to go get Debo and try to win next year. That's it for me. I don't hate the Waddle love on this one. That's fine. But with knowing that you can only keep him for 1 year.
Oh yeah,
the age doesn't matter because you're thinking, oh, Waddle, he's young. That's great.
Yeah.
He's going to be my keeper for 7 years. No,
I agree.
You're going to keep him for 1. Just go get Debo and get a trophy next year. Go for the trophy at least.
Yeah.
All right. With that, guys, I think we're out of comments or questions at least. I think we should end it there. Do you want to say something before we head out?
No, that's it. We had a lot of great comments. Thank you guys so much. And then we'll keep you posted on Hack the Rebuild. Make sure you guys do check out Monkey Knife Fight. Pull up that ad read on
Free Larry Hoover
on the Google Docs. That's right. Yeah, check out the link. Play on Monkey Knife Fight. I'll be releasing my picks on Twitter, so make sure you're following us at Fantasy Couch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, at Fantasy Couch. Check us out. Use promo code Couch on Monkey Knife Fight. Thank you guys so much. Let's go get that W. Let's make playoffs. Let's go for the trophy.
More.
I was going to answer this offline, but fine.
Okay.
Yeah, do it offline.
We'll no, now we can't do it offline. We're gonna do it now.
I totally messed that up, but it's a good listener. So Cole says Henry or Taylor next week.
Taylor.
Now is he talking about Derrick Henry? He's not
bad.
Oh,
next year.
Next year.
Oh, next year.
Derrick
Sorry.
Henry.
Wow. Holy cow. Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna go with what is this? What kind of league is? Oh, it's probably redraft. I think we're gonna go with
JT
Taylor just because of
I'm
the
going
youth.
JT.
Just because of the youth. Yeah,
I'm going
JT. less miles, less
tread.
Yeah, less tread on the shoes.
Okay, last one. It's for Sushane. Who's one undervalued wide receiver you would trade for in Dynasty? If each of you can pick a different name, that would be
should have ended on the last one.
Yeah,
I'll start off.
I'll
make it easy.
Harder.
Start off with Calvin Ridley. He would be an undervalued wide receiver I would trade for if the guy would let me. I've been trying in 3 different leagues right now.
All right.
What do you say, Hussein?
I don't have an answer.
I'll give you another one. Maybe somebody like Juju.
Maybe
Juju. All right.
Slim Reaper. I'll go with it. I'm still a fan of Slim Reaper. I think right now his stock is low.
Agreed.
That's a low stock. Everyone's talking about Renfro. No one's talking about Slim Reaper. It's a taboo.
Yeah.
It's depressing. That's when you go and swoop in and hope for the best. I think if you get him for cheap. I mean, he's so young. It's worth the risk. It's almost like a dart throw. The dart doesn't cost that much.
That's true.
All right, now we're officially signing off, guys.
All right.
Peace out.